Have you ever felt like you are struggling in a life full of invisible barriers? Even though you have tried so hard to change, you might have done everything right, but opportunities, prosperity, and happiness still haven't appeared. What could be the reason you feel this way? The answer may lie right within your own home. We often think that all our problems are external, but the truth is, the space around you, especially inside your own home, can have a powerful impact on your life. So why not start here? In this video, I will share with you 5 things you need to immediately remove to clear your living space, release negative energy, and open the door for prosperity and peace to come your way. By applying principles from the law of attraction and Buddhist teachings, you will realize that items that seem harmless in your home might actually be unintentionally blocking your success and happiness. Let's explore how removing these items can change your life. Are you ready to welcome the good things yet? Let's start right now. So, are you ready to refresh your home and your life? Let's start with the simplest things that have the greatest impact on the energy in your living space. These are the broken and damaged items. You've probably seen items that are broken or damaged but haven't had the time to repair them, or even things you've completely forgotten about. But did you know that these items might be holding on to negative energy, blocking the flow of prosperity in your home? Let's explore why these items are so important and how they affect your life. Part 1. Broken and damaged items. Are you ready to let go of negative energy? Imagine this. Every time you walk into a room, your gaze unknowingly stops on an old, broken item, like a lamp with a burnt-out bulb, a chair with a broken leg, or a clock that no longer works. What is your first feeling? It might be disappointment, or even a sense of discouragement. You may not realize it, but these items are silently draining your positive energy. They symbolize unresolved issues in your life. So why are broken items so important? In reality, these items are not just physical objects. They carry stagnant energy. These objects constantly remind you of things that are unfinished, problems you haven't dealt with. It could be an incomplete task, an unclear relationship, or goals you haven't achieved. Each time you see these items, unknowingly, they make you feel powerless, sad, and stuck. And here's the most interesting thing you need to know. Negative energy isn't just in these items, it's also within you. You may not notice it right away, but these broken items are signs in your living environment, blocking the flow of prosperity, happiness, and peace. A specific example. Let me tell you a story about a friend I once met. She had an old computer that she kept, thinking, I'll fix it if I need to. However, the computer had been broken for a long time. It wouldn't start, and every time she saw it, anxiety and unease flooded her. She felt stuck in a job that wasn't progressing, as if everything was at a standstill. Because of that old computer, she felt like her career was just as stagnant, no growth, no signs of change. But one day, she decided to throw away the old computer and replace it with a new one. Since then, her career began to make progress. Everything became clearer, and things started to flow more smoothly. She felt like she had freed herself from an invisible burden. The lesson learned: if you want to feel a change in your life, start with the items in your living space. Removing broken and useless items doesn't just help clean up the physical space. It also helps you free yourself from the psychological burdens you've been unknowingly carrying. These broken items are a reminder of things left undone. So when you get rid of them, you're also removing stagnation in your mind and life. Why should you do this? Because energy materializes. Everything around you has energy, and broken items are part of that stagnant energy. When you remove them, you open up space for new, positive, and prosperous energy. That's how you unknowingly attract good things into your life. Note, if you're still holding on to old, useless items, ask yourself, is this a sign that you're continuing to procrastinate? Or is it time to begin changing? A lamp with a burnt-out bulb might be a reminder that you're stopping the light from shining on your path. A broken chair could be a sign that you're lacking stability in your decisions. Let them go so you can embrace a brighter and more stable future. So, are you ready? Now, stand up and start with the smallest things. Removing broken items will not only make your home cleaner, but also open up a space filled with fresh and positive energy. Let opportunities, happiness, and prosperity flow freely to you. Have you ever felt like a broken item in your home is causing you stress or stagnation in your life? Share your story with me in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now that you know broken items can accumulate negative energy, this is just the beginning. Take a look around your wardrobe. Do you see clothes that you haven't worn in a long time, or even forgotten about? They may seem harmless, but in reality, they're also a source of stagnant energy. These items not only take up physical space, but also hold on to emotions, memories, or even worries from the past. So how can clothes and accessories affect the energy in your life? Let's explore this in the next section. Part 2. Clothes and accessories no longer in use. Let go of the old to embrace new opportunities. Have you ever wondered why you feel tired or stagnant when looking at a closet full of items you haven't used in a long time? You might think that these items don't affect your mood or your life, but in reality, they could be holding you back in the past, preventing you from growing and expanding your vision for the future. In Buddhist teachings, one of the important principles is letting go. Not only letting go of material possessions, but also letting go of what no longer serves your growth and happiness. Old clothes and accessories are a prime example. Old clothes not only take up physical space, but they also occupy space in your mind. When you look at these outdated items, you don't just see them, you see memories, past emotions, and maybe even feel a sense of regret. But this regret is the barrier that prevents you from creating renewal in your life. A specific example, I remember a story from a close friend. She always kept old dresses from her school days, dresses she hadn't been able to wear in years. Even though she no longer used them, these dresses still occupied space in her closet and her mind. Every time she saw them, she felt a sense of constraint and suffocation, as if something unresolved was holding her back. One day, she decided to do something significant. She gave the old dresses away to someone else so they could bring joy to someone else. As soon as she did that, a sense of relief and freedom flooded her heart, and the miracle happened. Her work began to make new strides. Everything became easier, and she felt like there was newfound space to grow. The lesson learned: letting go of what no longer serves you is not just about cleaning out your closet. It is a spiritual process that helps you release the past, thus opening the way for new things. We cannot move forward if we hold on to things that no longer fit us. Don't let old items block the space and positive energy in your life. Be brave and let them go, not just because you no longer use them, but because they no longer reflect the person you are today. When you get rid of things that no longer serve you, you're not just creating physical space, you're also making room for new opportunities, renewal, and positive energy. So, are you ready? Take a look at your closet and ask yourself, which items are holding me back in the past? Which items no longer reflect who I am today? Be brave, let go, and embrace the new opportunities waiting ahead. And remember, when you clean out the unnecessary items, you're also clearing your mind and spirit, creating a new space for good things to come into your life. Note, when you let go of old and unused items, don't forget that this is the first step in separating from negative energy and beginning to attract positive things into your life. Have you ever held onto old items you no longer use just for emotional reasons? Share with me in the comments. Is there an item in your wardrobe that you find hard to let go of? And if you've decided to part with it, how did it make you feel? If you found today's insights helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next valuable videos. Once you've cleared out the items that no longer fit in your wardrobe, don't stop there. There are still many things in your home that could be blocking the flow of positive energy. Old papers and documents, things you may have forgotten about or never had time to deal with. They not only take up physical space, but can also create a sense of fatigue and stress whenever you face them. So why are old papers so important? Let's explore this in the next section and discover how they can affect your life. Part 3. Old papers and documents. Let go of the burdens of the past. I'm sure you've had piles of papers piling up somewhere in your home, right? Documents that no longer hold value but still take up an important space in your life. And then, you keep postponing cleaning them up, thinking, I'll deal with them later. But in reality, these papers could be one of the reasons you feel overwhelmed, anxious, and unable to move forward. Old papers are not just physical items that take up space. They also carry negative energy. They are signs of unresolved past issues, things that haven't been cleared up, and they often leave you feeling burdened and mentally weighed down. So why should we let go of these papers for a fresher, brighter life? A specific example. I remember a close friend of mine who once faced a very stressful situation involving old debts. He had some papers documenting debts that had been unresolved for a long time. Every time he saw them, his mood would become heavy, anxious, and he felt stuck in his work and life. These papers weren't just meaningless pieces of paper. They represented feelings of guilt, worry, and procrastination. Eventually, he decided not just to throw them away, but to burn them, not to destroy the information, but to free himself from the burden of the past. And something magical happened. He felt a sense of relief, as though he had just shed a heavy weight of negativity. After resolving those financial issues, his mind became clearer, and his work began to make remarkable progress. The lesson learned: the past can be a huge burden if you allow it to take up space in your mind and living environment. Every old paper, every document left unresolved, isn't just an inert piece of paper. It's an unsolved message, an unanswered issue. When you don't let go of these things, you're holding on to feelings of anxiety, unease, and sometimes even regret about past choices. Imagine a living space without old, cluttered papers, a space where you can relax and focus on more important and positive things, instead of constantly thinking about past problems. Letting go of old documents not only helps clean up physical space, but also refreshes your mind, paving the way for change and growth. Note: when you decide to remove those papers that no longer hold value, don't just see it as a boring chore. See it as a mental cleansing act. You're not just tidying up physical space, you're also lightening your mind, no longer bound by unfinished issues. This letting go is an important step toward entering a new chapter in your life. So, what do you think? Do you have any papers that are causing you stress or anxiety? Try clearing them out and share your thoughts with me in the comments. Do you think you can let go of these papers and start a freer, new life? I'm sure you'll notice a significant difference. Have you ever found old papers that make you feel anxious or sad when you see them? Share with me in the comments. Have you ever decided to get rid of them and felt relieved? What was your feeling like after doing so? Subscribe to our channel now so you won't miss out on amazing tips to live a peaceful and happy life every day. Once you've cleared out the old papers, don't forget there's another thing in your home that could be blocking the flow of positive energy. That's the meaningless gifts. You've probably received gifts that you didn't really like, or even didn't know what to do with, right? So how do you make sure these items no longer take up space in your home and mind? Let's explore the next part and discover how these gifts can affect the energy in your home. Part 4. Meaningless gifts, when courtesy becomes a burden. Have you ever received a gift you didn't like, but didn't dare to refuse for fear of upsetting the giver? This can happen to many people. When a gift doesn't bring real joy, instead of being a cherished item, it becomes an invisible burden in your living space. And did you know that gift can actually affect the energy in your home? It certainly can. Meaningless gifts create a heavy, suffocating atmosphere, hindering the flow of positive energy in your space. A specific example: I have a close friend who once received a gift from an old friend that she didn't really like. Not only did the gift lack sentimental value to her, but every time she saw it, she felt a slight tension, as though something was holding her back. At first, she felt hesitant to let go of the gift because she thought it would hurt the giver's feelings. But after some thought, she decided to re-gift it to another friend who she knew would truly appreciate it. And something magical happened. Her home's atmosphere became much more pleasant. Her own feelings changed from anxiety and suffocation to comfort and relaxation. The lesson learned: gifts are symbols of affection and care. But when you keep gifts that don't bring you joy, you unintentionally allow negative energy to enter your living space. These items not only take up physical space, but also dominate your mental space, making you feel cramped and restricted. Think of your living space as an energy vessel. When you keep gifts that have no meaning, you're allowing unwanted energies to take up part of it. To ensure your space is always filled with positive energy, Only keep items and gifts that truly hold sentimental value, bring joy, and create genuine connections. The important reason to let go of gifts that don't suit you is out of respect for yourself and your own energy. Because your living space is not just a place for things, it's a space that nurtures your mind and spirit. If you feel tense or uncomfortable when looking at a gift, it's a sign that it no longer serves you. Personal advice: don't hesitate to let go of items and gifts that you don't like. Letting go is not about ingratitude, but about showing respect for your own space and mind. Gifts that bring positive energy will not only beautify your home, but also your soul. You'll be amazed at how the energy in your house changes when you start keeping only items that truly have meaning and value. So, what about you? Do you have any gifts in your home that you don't really like, but feel hesitant to get rid of? Share with me in the comments. Have you ever tried regifting a gift you didn't like? How did you feel afterward? Leave your thoughts. I'd love to hear your story. But it's not just old papers or clothes that create stagnation in your home. Another thing that can also block positive energy is meaningless gifts. Have you ever received a gift that you didn't like, but kept just for the sake of politeness? Did you know that these gifts could be creating negative energy in your living space? Let's explore right now and discover how to prevent these gifts from hindering prosperity and happiness in your home. Part 4. Meaningless gifts, when politeness becomes a burden. You've probably received gifts that you didn't really like, but weren't sure what to do with them. We often hold on to these gifts out of politeness or fear of offending the giver. But in reality, these meaningless gifts not only take up space in your home, but also carry invisible negative emotions, blocking the flow of positive energy. Specific example: a close friend of mine once received a gift from an old friend, a painting she didn't like at all. It wasn't the kind of art she enjoyed, but she didn't want to refuse it for fear of hurting her friend's feelings. Every time she looked at the painting, she felt a slight discomfort, as though something was off. A strange and tense feeling would rise within her. Eventually, she decided to give the gift to another friend who would truly appreciate it. What was the result? The atmosphere in her home became much more pleasant. She felt lighter and more at ease, and her relationship with the friend remained unaffected. Key lesson learned: only keep items that bring positive feelings and meaning to your life. When you hold on to gifts you don't like, you're holding on to negative energy. These gifts, which lack spiritual value, don't just occupy physical space, they occupy space in your mind and heart as well. So, don't hesitate to let go of meaningless gifts to ensure your living space is filled with positive energy, comfort, and happiness. Meaningless gifts can make you feel constrained, as though you're carrying an invisible weight in your mind. Holding on to gifts that you don't truly like only makes you feel bound, and your home will lack positive energy. Let your living space reflect who you truly are, and only keep gifts and items that bring you joy, love, and vibrant positive energy. Why let go of meaningless gifts? The reason you should let go of gifts that don't bring you joy is out of respect for yourself and your living space. When you let go of a gift with no meaning, you're not only freeing up space, but also freeing your mind from unnecessary burdens. A comfortable living space is one where you feel peaceful, happy, and filled with good energy. Meaningful gifts will help nurture and maintain that positive energy, which is why keeping items that bring positive feelings is so important. Personal advice: don't feel guilty about refusing to keep a gift you don't like. Doing so isn't about disrespect, it's an open act of receiving better things. You'll be amazed at how much your living space changes when you only hold on to things that truly matter to you. And most importantly, let your gifts reflect who you are, your personal preferences, and the values you cherish. When you live in a space that truly suits you, you'll experience comfort, peace, and a vibrant flow of positive energy around you. So, what about you? Do you have any gifts in your home that you don't really like, but keep out of politeness? Share with me in the comments. Have you ever tried regifting a gift that had no meaning to you? How did you feel after doing so? Leave your story, and let's have a discussion. But it's not just gifts or old items that make you feel stagnant in life. Old decorations in your home, items that no longer suit you, can also be a source of blockage in the flow of positive energy. Surely, you've kept some decorations just because they've been in your home for a long time. even though they no longer reflect who you are. So, could these decorations be holding back your growth and happiness in your living space? Let's explore this together right now. If you feel this video added value, hit subscribe and join our community. Let's learn and grow together. Part 5. Old and irrelevant decorations. Update your space. Refresh your life. Home decoration is not just about beautiful items, but it also directly influences your mood and energy. When the decor in your home becomes outdated or no longer aligns with who you are, it can subtly create stagnation, making your living space feel heavy and lifeless. These items, although not always visible, carry an invisible energy that affects how you feel and live in your home. Example: imagine a family that has kept old paintings that no longer reflect their current tastes. These paintings aren't just outdated visually, they carry a gloomy atmosphere, like a part of the past they no longer want to remember. Every time they look at these paintings, they feel a heaviness, a lack of motivation, and a sense of disconnect in their home. Eventually, they decided to replace those old paintings with new artwork that truly reflects their current style and preferences. What happened? Immediately, the atmosphere in their home became fresher and filled with positive energy. The relationships between family members also became closer, and they felt that their home was truly a place to relax, enjoy, and connect with each other. Lesson learned: updating and refreshing your living space isn't just about changing a painting or decorative items. It's about creating an environment that truly reflects who you are, your desires, and attracts positivity into your life. When your living space is always updated, positive things will flow more easily into your life. Your home is a mirror of your inner world. If your living space is always stagnant and outdated, the energy you receive will also be the same, making it difficult for you to move forward and achieve your goals. Why is refreshing your space important? Decoration isn't just about outward beauty. It's about the energy that the items in your home bring. When you change out outdated decor, you're not just changing your space, you're also changing yourself. A fresh, updated living space will make you feel freer, more comfortable, and full of motivation. I've experienced this firsthand in my own home. When I swapped out old decorative items that no longer suited my current style, it felt like a breath of fresh air had entered my space. The atmosphere became more comfortable, filled with positive energy, and created a sense of freshness and creativity that I had never felt before. Personal tip: don't let old decor hold you back. Start by changing small details, like replacing an old painting in the living room or swapping out outdated decorative items. When you refresh your living space, you'll notice a significant change, not just in your environment, but also in your mood and spirit. Your home deserves to be decorated in a way that reflects who you are and your current dreams and aspirations. What about you? Are there any decorative items in your home that you've kept out of habit but no longer feel aligned with? Share with me in the comments. Have you ever refreshed your living space? What decorative items bring positive energy to you? Let's talk about how updating your space can improve your life. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can explore profound life lessons together every week. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and improvement. So, we've explored 5 items in your home that may be holding back your growth and happiness. From broken items, unused clothes, old papers, meaningless gifts, to outdated decor, all of these carry negative energy, blocking the flow of prosperity and peace in your life. But change doesn't only come from decluttering. Every time you remove something that no longer serves you, you are also freeing yourself from mental burdens. You are creating space for renewal, for new opportunities, and for the positive things that will come your way. Remember, your home is a mirror of your soul. When you nurture and refresh your living space, you are also caring for and renewing yourself. Let your home be a place filled with positive energy, where every step brings you peace, happiness, and motivation. So, are you ready to let go of the outdated items and welcome new opportunities? Start today, declutter, refresh your space, and create the environment you truly deserve to live in. If you found this video helpful and want to continue receiving more positive living tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, And turn on notifications so you never miss a video from me. Share with me in the comments. Have you tried applying these tips? How has your living space changed since refreshing it? Leave your story, and let's create a beautiful life together, full of positive energy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.